Hello. Come in. Sorry, I hope I didn't keep you waiting.
No, not at all. Hello.
I am Alex Theologis. I am from Greece and I am a professional poker player.
Until now, these guys would not let us into their space. What if I told you there was millions of dollars being won every year by people just like you? In your head, it may look like this. But there's a whole other side of poker that is yet to be explored. He may hide behind a screen name, but as you can see, Alex is a real person, and he's making real decisions. In this series, we will follow the best players in the world, and though it may look like just a number, I can assure you, this is real money. This is Online Poker Millionaires.
What's going on? Where are we at, sir?
Yes, hello. So we're in my temporary residence here in Vienna. This is where I'm going to be playing from for WSOP Online. And let me show you around. So I am here in September to play all the online poker festivals, more specifically the WSOP Online on GG, which is the biggest one. So yeah, I don't cook, so having the kitchen and so on is not that necessary for me. But I like to have all the convenient things around me so I don't have to move too much or travel too much. Then having a decent place to set up my desk, and then having a big bedroom. Okay, so then we have the second floor. As I'm going to be spending so much time here playing, it's going to be maybe like 8-9 hours a day for over a month. It's really important for it to be comfortable and well situated and well lit. So winning tournaments is indeed something that happens very rarely, especially on the bigger field tournaments. So the first big one was winning the 25K online bracelet event. I think the score was for maybe $1.2 million, some like insane number like that. I didn't even play that high back then. This was a bit of an exception. But first of all, winning such a high buy-in. Second of all, it being a bracelet event meant that I had a WSOP bracelet, which is the ultimate achievement you can get in poker. The second one that comes to mind would be pretty recent, where I was fortunate enough to win the GG Million tournament. This happened, I think just a few weeks ago.
He's a very respected player. He has some great results, and he also is looking to cross 10 million here very shortly.
I would say these two are by far my most memorable online scores.
Alex has devoted his life to learning this game, and after years of hard work, the fruits of his labor are beginning to finally pay off, being noted as one of the top online players in the world, allowing him the opportunity to see new places and meet new people, making millions of dollars from the comfort of home.
We are going to Starbucks, the very, local traditional coffee place. I've tried many different ones, but I just still like it the most. So I do try to get coffees every morning, and also one of my habits is at night after my session finishes, maybe like 2-3 a.m., I like to go for a walk, maybe an hour, just walk around, discover the area. I've been doing that very often and looking forward to do it this year as well. I never had capital to begin with, so in a sense I was successful in poker since the beginning because I didn't have external money to play with. I remember the story of how I got into poker. So when I was 18, first year of uni, I never even knew what poker was. Some friends invited me to a home game, explained me the rules. I was like, well, whatever, let's try this.
You see, most professional sports have a barrier of entry, leaving a small window to take your shot. But online poker is different. Not only can anyone play, but the only barrier of entry needed here is a basic internet connection.
And then a couple of weeks later, I went to an internet cafe with one of those friends, and we bought a pay safeguard for 10 euros, and we started playing some random online tournaments. And we were fortunate enough to win one for maybe 1.5K out of nothing. And for a university student in Greece back then, 1.5K was a whole fortune. And that was when I got this aha moment, like, wait, I can actually make real money playing a game I like? Sign me up.
While some are lucky to find poker early in life like Alex did, others may not stumble upon it till later. But what makes poker so special is that with a little determination and lady luck on your side, it doesn't matter your age nor gender. Anyone can grind their way up from the bottom to the top.
So you said you ordered food.
Yes, I am.
Do you order multiple meals?
Yeah, so what I do is exactly, I'm gonna order like 2-3 things to last me for the whole day so that I don't have to open the door and so on. As you know, for online poker, we only get 5 minutes of break every hour. So ordering food or making food while playing is really tough. I can eat one now before I start, and then during a break, I'll just go pick up the other one and eat that. Okay, yeah, so now just chilling until it's time to start for like 20 minutes or so.
Do you like to start on time?
Yeah, always. Especially on GG, you kind of have to, because they give you extra chips on the high stakes if you pre-register. So has to be on time and pre-registered.
Does winning or losing affect your lifestyle?
No, not really, never. I'm always careful with my bankroll management. So no, it's not gonna affect my lifestyle. Of course, I'm gonna be like slightly happy or slightly less happy depending on the outcome of the session, but it's not really gonna affect my lifestyle, no. Bankroll management is a very important aspect of playing poker. So making sure you're not really affected by wins or losses is pretty important. So I would say my immediate family would be my parents, both of whom live in Greece. They were always supportive. My parents have been supportive of me throughout my life, no matter what it was that I was doing. They were, of course, cautious at the beginning because for the average person hearing about poker, they're thinking, oh, gambling, addiction, and so on. But once I explained to them exactly how poker worked and how it's a strategy game and it's closer to chess than it is to gambling, and as soon as I started making money, both of these helped, and then they were 100% on board. But they've been supportive since the start.
Alex! Hello!
Playing these long online sessions can also have its negative impact on you. For example, this past week, as I've been having a lot of stressful and working days, we decided to take some time off with my friends. We went for lunch.
Where are we going today?
Today we're going to Amador, some 3-star restaurant. The other guys will be joining us soon.
Excellent.
So let's see what's up.
Very often, it starts with meeting a couple of people online, where either through forums or through some place where you study together, that you get in contact with each other. And if you come to Vienna, there are a lot of poker players who, if you know one, quite often you get to know a couple more.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're still not over that?
No. Do you know how much money you cost me?
Okay, I mean, sure, we can. I mean, if we have to discuss a hand, we might as well discuss
that one.
Might as well discuss that one.
No, I'm joking.
I'm Jans. I'm 34 years old and I am a professional poker player.
I met Jans in 2017, I want to say. And I approached him to coach me back then because he was a very well-established and successful high-stakes regular, and I was coming up the mid-stakes. All the straight throws got there, even if you had the pocket fives, which pair plus gut shot, almost everything got there, and he can obviously jam every set because I don't have any straights.
When I look back at the period, I would say probably we're both not that good, but I think I was a little bit better than him at the time, and now I would say we're pretty much same level. Yeah, I'm not sure if that says more about my progression or his progression. He progressed faster than me, I guess, but...
First, make sure we know the board.
Alex, I think I would take the same line as you. I think yes, or we'll talk about it.
Swaps? Yes, we have to reconsider.
No,
What I like about Alex, I guess, is his positivity. And it's sometimes hard to fight with poker players. Because in tournament poker, you do more losing than winning, so a lot of players get a bit grumpy from that. So it's very nice to have people who are positive around you in this game.
I think we should maybe talk about if we're gonna flip for this one.
Oh, I'm game. I'm game for flipping.
Yeah.
So this is something that we do almost every time when we go to some expensive restaurant. We end up flipping for who pays, and someone gets the whole bill. And usually it's one of these two guys.
Well, it's
No, last time I lost in Vegas, yeah? Maybe you...
Yeah, okay, but that's why I said usually.
Right.
Usually it's these two guys. But see, you remember losing, so that means it doesn't happen that often. Ask Jesper how many times he's lost. That's
No, but he loses the small ones, and this one is going to be someone else. It's definitely.
Okay, I'm back on an upswing though. Like
the number one thing that I appreciate about being financially stable is to not care about the small and emergency expenses that come up. This has been the biggest relief and the biggest change of life for me. I've been on the other side, so now being here where the daily expenses are inconsequential is to me something I'm just very happy for. So here we mix the flop between check calling and check raising. Turn we mixed again between leading and we got passive. And now we're gonna mix raising and calling and we got passive again. So we're gonna call again. Okay. Do we want to have leads on the river is the question. I think not against under the gun. So we're just gonna be giving up and losing here. And... okay, well, sure. Sure. So this is a hand that I need to tag and investigate later, because I think I had a lot of interesting decision points. I could check raise the flop more often than I mixed, or maybe lead the turn pure, or maybe lead the river. I'm not exactly sure of my actions, so we're gonna be taking a screenshot and we will be checking it out later. One positive aspect of investing in yourself is that it's entirely up to you whether this investment is successful or not. Again, we're talking about long term, not about one tournament or a week or a month. And if you put in the work, then your investment will give returns. If not, if you are lazy or underperforming, then your investment will likely not end up in profit. This aspect of it where you don't depend on anyone else and it's just you, I think this differentiates it and makes it more interesting to me than a regular business. Right, so the first hand that we're gonna be going through is this multi-way hand. And I want to look at both my flop decision and then also my turn decision. Some of these things can be tough to calculate while playing, so just getting the confirmation from the solver would be very good.
He's a very good coach. I think that shows that he has a deep understanding of the game tree. He can teach you concepts very quickly and in a simple way where it's easy to understand.
It is a bounded tournament and I cover them, which makes my range a bit wider, but for the purpose of this hand, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I think he puts in a lot of hours. Yeah, like even during live stops, he will run sims constantly. Sometimes I'm shocked that he wakes up at 8 in the morning to do a coaching session or something like that. I think that's what makes him good at poker.
Yeah, we can see ace-jack indeed is just always going to be a fold. And yeah, we just want to continue with ace with the flush draw, king with the flush draw, maybe like some combo draws, stuff like that. So yeah, looks like I was not too tight by folding here. Well done, we got the first one. Somewhere at the end of 2017, I reached a sort of plateau, I would say, where my bankroll was kind of limited. I wanted to play higher, but I was going through a bit of a downswing. I was at a loss at what to do.
I think like in poker, there's a way to start out if you don't have the money to get staked, or a backing deal they call it. It basically means that somebody else puts up the money and you split the profits 50-50. It's a bit of a trade-off to become a better player and being able to play tournaments that will create the highest EV environment for you.
At the time, this specific stable had all the best coaches of the industry, and not only just the best players, but also different backgrounds and different approaches. So when I signed up to enter, I had to sign an 18-month-long contract, which is a very scary thing to sign. You have to give away half your profit for 1.5 years. That's a lot. But I decided to do it and just be a total sponge. I went from playing maybe an average buy-in of like 50, 60 to playing an average buy-in of maybe 300. And I think this was the defining point of my career. After these 18 months expired, I immediately started playing with my own money. I had a healthy bankroll to keep on playing the stakes I was playing with them, but on my own. And since then, I haven't really been staked. What I do now is for the bigger buy-ins, I sell a percentage of my action to potential buyers. So instead of just being me investing in myself, I also ask others to invest in myself. So I would say we are halfway through a session roughly, but it's still going to be maybe 6 more hours of registering. So still quite a long time to go. It hasn't been going that well so far. We are pretty low on tables, but we still have a lot of exciting tournaments to start. We have the GG Million starting in like 15 minutes. We have the WSOP main event starting in about an hour or a bit less. So yeah, still a long way to go. But I would say the tougher part in poker was coming to terms with variance. But yeah, I would say I've busted roughly half my tournaments without getting the money in anything yet. But this is all just part of the process. Like in tournaments, you are mostly supposed to lose. It's just how it works. Just thinking that you get in the money like 15% of the time. So 5 out of 6 times, you will just lose the tournament. And it's just how it works. What matters is the long term and not the short term. Understanding that, yes, I'm going to lose today and tomorrow and the day after, and I'm going to lose the entire month, and that's perfectly fine. It's not my fault. I played as good as I could. It just was not meant to be. This, I think, a lot of people struggle with, and everyone has found their own approach to deal with it.
Variance is one of many challenges all poker pros must face. When playing for this high of stakes, the swings can be life-changing, taking a toll on both their mental and physical health.
I would say one of the toughest periods of my life was during 2022. There were a bunch of disasters happening at the same time. So first one, you had the collapse of the Luna crypto ecosystem where I was heavily involved in. And this resulted in me losing a big portion of my net worth.
It's never easy to see any friend struggle. Yeah, it's very uncertain like what would happen with that, if he would get any money back. And obviously like he kind of assumed that the money was gone.
Then on top of that, I had a downswing going on at the same time. I was playing the highest stakes I would play up to that point. It just ended up being a lot at the same time, and it felt like the roof was coming down.
I think the most challenging part probably is just the swings, especially because you can go through like a huge downswing at the same time as someone else going through a huge upswing. It's very important that you have someone there who tells you like, even though you just lost, whatever, very significant part of your bankroll, you can still do this, you can come back from this, just keep going.
Unfortunately, your effort is not always directly rewarded in this game. One session or one day does not determine success. However, the mindset you bring to the table that day can directly have an effect on your play.
I don't let ego take over me. I don't let tilt or sadness or being scared of the money or anything like that influence my decisions at all. The crypto disaster, no solution there, nothing I can do, move on, ignore it, forget it, it is what it is. The downswing aspect, that's something I can work on. I can study more, I can play lower stakes, I can try to find out if there's anything I can do to improve it. That's just how I approach problems in general. So yeah, I think this is definitely one of my strong points. This is the best thing that has happened whole day. We get walked with 7-3, that's crazy. That is crazy. But right now, our chances for laddering up are pretty small because you can see they both have 100 big blinds. We have 25. So we will need to double up multiple times to be able to compete. Or maybe they get some insane cooler like set over set or who knows. The third place finisher is getting 10,000 plus their own bounty. Whereas if you can finish first, you get 23k plus all of the bounties, so it will be closer to 50k. So we're talking 10k versus 50k. Okay, let's see. This against him, yes. This one here also, yes. Okay.
As going deep in a tournament is very exciting, very thrilling. Usually it happens at the end of your session, which is like 7-8 hours in. So normally you are tired after so much time, but the thrill of having the possibility to win so big just gives you this last adrenaline push to pull through.
You have to combine that by being super focused and trying to make good decisions, and that's obviously very challenging. And in poker, the difference is that you never know when you're going to go deep. So, like if you're unlucky, you're just on shit sleep and you're not as well prepared as you would like to be, and then all of a sudden you go deep and you have a huge final table, then yeah, you have to still perform. So that's the challenge, and also the most fun, I think.
Well, resilience is important because getting success in poker is a long process. So if you hit obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, at some point people will stop.
Poker is a fickle game. The same characteristics that carry us through life will allow you success in poker. Patience, discipline, logic. We are all capable of these things. However, the skill game lies in who can do it the best.
That's going to be it. You can't blame him. He goes for it. He does tell a story. Playing a very high brand of poker, plays the largest stakes in the world.
Through a poker session, you come through so many crisis situations. You lose so many big all-ins, you end up missing out a lot of money, you make an incorrect decision, or someone lucks out on you. You experience so many intense emotions, and you learn how to handle them, how to think logically and overcome them.
No matter how many tools are created to solve this game, I can assure you it does not matter. The human element is ultimately the variable that cannot be solved. And like us, the game is always evolving.
I know how it is to struggle, and so I am very fortunate and grateful that I'm in the position I am, so I always try to help those around me. I'm still motivated, I still enjoy playing, and I think I'm at the peak of my career, so I'm not looking to stop anytime soon. But generally with poker and the freedom it gives you, it's really hard to set a goal and be like, oh, I'm gonna quit then. Then will come when you no longer feel like this should be your job.
Yeah, well, unlucky. Yeah, I guess that's why he checked back. He had the full house. It is what it is. We got third. Not bad at all, given our stack size. And yeah, we cashed for 14,000.